everyone, this is Ina with Inishka Chef. Welcome to my kitchen. Today in episode we are making rice pudding, sweet rice pudding. But not just rice pudding, we are making three different kinds: Indian style, Egyptian style and Chinese style. My kids have international night at school today and I signed up myself for dessert, international dessert. I searched around what would be fit that easy category dessert that everyone familiar and also every country have on version. The difference between all those three rice pudding, it's a milk and spices, that's all. So for the rice pudding we need some kind of rice that are starchy, usually arbio rice, like for risotto would be great, or this one short grain rice. I like to use for different Japanese or Chinese dishes. They are slightly starchier than, let's say, basmati rice. So we will need, for the first one, we are making Egyptian one, 2 cups of rice. And for this rice pudding, we adding oatmeal milk. It's homemade with little bit of maple syrup added and vanilla extract. So it's slightly sweet and already has flavoring. Unfortunately, it's a nut-free school, so I can add pistachio milk. That would be my first choice, but you use any milk you like. It's up to you. 4 cups of milk. And let's start boiling. So for Egyptians, that's for my oldest son. My middle son is Chinese. So we're using the same rice. Actually, you can find in Asian section of any supermarket. Same thing, we add in 2 cups of rice. And we're going to rinse again. And for this one, we're going to use coconut milk. Coconut, I like to use this Thai coconut whole, full fat. Do not use low fat. And we'll start with the same 4 cups, partially with some regular whole milk, cow's. So for the Chinese version, we are having coconut milk and I will make up a little bit with regular milk, just to make 4 cups. This is not all liquid we're going to add, but we'll adjust later on. And for the last but not least, Indian, for my little girl, for Matrona. I'm not sure if she's 3, if she understands what's going on. But my boys are very excited about this school and they're very excited to bring their own dessert. So we need to rinse again, same story. And for this one, we are going to use regular milk. It's important to whisk and stir once a while, otherwise we'll catch the bottom. By the way, to make and keep eye on all 3 rice boiling, it's quite a bit of challenge. So if you run out of the trouble, like I do sometimes, and it's catching to the bottom of the pan, just drop 1 or 2 ice cubes and then start stirring and we'll lift it out. So it's easy technique and works every time. So now back to our last Indian one. So we're using regular whole milk. Again, we rinse the rice, we add in again 4 cups of milk. And you know, regular milk attempt to boil over quite a bit. So I have a trick for this. You need a little bit of butter, and while it's pot still nice and cold, you need to just take a pinch of butter and kind of smear around your pot all the way around. So every time when milk will try to escape and climb to boil over, will be slipped over and goes back. Now doing same procedure. Start boil. So the last rice pudding is in. Look at the first one. So the first one is ready to take some spices and flavor and sugar. Of course, what kind of dessert without sugar? So we are using canned sugar. We're adding 1 cup of sugar, pinch of salt, you see little sparkling of little bit of brown rice. It got catch to the pot, but it didn't burn, and I was able to save. Kitchen one, it's a Middle East kind of country, right? Middle East, and for those who don't know, I used to work in Middle East restaurant, Lebanese, and I'm very familiar with Middle East flavor. So I'm going to easy because on the spices, because it's for school. And I'm only going to add very few ingredients. So one of the ingredients, it's kind of must have, but it's flavor, not for everybody, I would say, at least. I'm going to add very little, I promise, but it's so good for you. It's mastic. Have you ever seen this spice? It has very powerful health benefits. I'm going to add very little of this spice, just a drop. What else we're going to add? We're going to add some cardamom, and I have cinnamon already, just a bit. So 1/4 teaspoon or so, and I'm going to add rose water. Oh, rose water! I could drink entire bottle. It's so cool. My mom used to make wine out of rose. It reminds me of smell. So we're going to add 1/4 cup or so. Blends. Cardamom. Oh. And the last ingredient is 1 cup of heavy cream for creaminess, for extra goodness. We'll just cook for 5 more additional minutes until it's all absorbed, and then we'll start baking. This coconut ready for on flavor. So for this one we're going to use coconut sugar. We'll add a little bit of cinnamon, about 1/2 teaspoon or so, and pinch about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So we add flavor, we add salt and sugar, and now the last we add in some more milk. Like in previous we add more heavy cream just to make more creamier. Since we used full fat coconut cream from a can, we do not need more heavier cream. So just regular milk to add, that will be good enough. And we're going to add 4 cups. And we're going to garnish with some roasted coconut. It has very strong coconut flavor, that's what we want. And you can add more or less liquid to any of those cream pudding. Some people like very smooth and almost like tapioca pudding, and some people like risotto, has a little bit bite. It's up to you. It's no limitation, and it's really no exact recipe. Every grandma probably has own recipe for this type of pudding. In my country we ate this quite a bit for breakfast, and my mom called raisons. I used a little bit too small pot, so I'm going to move to a bigger pot, and this is the Indian version steak, and we're going to add flavoring. So for Indian I'm going to add rose water, again 1/4 cup. I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon, about 1/4 of teaspoon, 1/4 of teaspoon salt. We need sugar as well. We'll start with 1 cup, but I think we will need more. Another spice, we're going to use orange zest. To add a few parts of cardamom, a little bit of vanilla. The last very luxury spice, which you don't have to add if you don't have, it's a saffron. We just add a few. Let me taste just a bit. It's very nice. So now we need the final liquid. I'll add again 1 cup of heavy cream. The rest of 3 cups will be regular milk. It's very nice and sweet. It's still, rice has room to cook a little bit longer. Just we still have liquid going on. At this point, this Egyptian rice pudding is ready to be baked. It smells so good. Just start giving flavor. It's not burnt, but whatever's stuck under, kind of like roasted nuts. I like actually this flavor, this on the bottom, kind of like paella. Remember how people like that bottom part? It's actually the most delicious part of the dish. Same here. So now we are going to bake. 375 for about 10-20 minutes. Look at that, creamy and dreamy. This one I'm going to serve cold. So all I want to garnish now. And I like to garnish with the flavors that have been infused. So we're going to add a little bit more sprinkle with coconut sugar. And some toasted coconut. And I'm going to serve later today. I'm bringing to school, so it needs to be chilled out. And just like pastry cream, we're going to wrap with a plastic wrap to prevent any skin. Look at how creamy and dreamy this rice pudding. I can see a little bit sparkling of that orange zest. Let me taste. It's sweet, but not very sweet, so I think I'll go ahead and add another cup of sugar. Yeah, now I think it's better. And I can taste rose. What I can taste a little bit of cardamom, and you can see a little of cardamom here and there. I think I will add 2 star of anise. Let it cook for another minute or so. It's very crucial to not go away too far because it can get burned. It's getting close. It's almost. So now time to turn off heat and just let it sit and absorb the last flavor. We just added anise. You can add orally, I just forgot, but let it take the last liquid without boiling. 20 minutes later, look how gorgeous this is. It's so aromatic. I wish you would be in my kitchen to smell all that Indian flavors. Creamy, dreamy. Look at that. So perfect consistency. And since we use rose, I think this one I will decorate with some roses. And I have some dry coated with sugar roses, and I think that's what I will do. They are edible, but I don't think so. Kids will eat them. Look how beautiful this Egyptian rice pudding. And here you go, within 1 hour I managed to make 3 different beautiful looking, good taste looking, very appealing looking rice pudding, and an Egyptian one for my oldest son, Thomas, Chinese one with coconut flavor for my Johnny, and for my tuna, Indian. And I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you give it a try. Sorry if it's a little bit confusing and not everything was prepped like I usually do. But in the video description below, you'll find written recipe and you'll find easily how to follow and make this from scratch dessert. And make this dessert for breakfast. Why not? It's delicious, nutritious, and I hope you enjoy this video and will cook more food from scratch. Forget about those cereals and make rice pudding. And see you next time. Bye.